Good day, everyone. Jewel here with the Tropical Update for August 25th, 2020. You know, folks, the woulda, coulda, shoulda moment is now. If you're not prepared for Laura, I told you in the last update, Tropical Update, you needed to start doing it. Your time's going to run out. This is from the National Hurricane Center. Major hurricane. Like I've been preaching for days, Laura was going to turn into, I thought, a major hurricane. Looks like it's going to be a major hurricane at landfall. Now, folks, this is not to put fear in anybody. This is just to let you know what's coming your way. Look, I've lived through stuff like this. It ain't pretty. It's very, very sad and destructive. You can see the hurricane watches up here now. Laura's still way down here. She's just come off the tip of Cuba right now. And Laura's still a tropical storm, but she's going to turn into a hurricane coming up, okay? And right before landfall, as we've seen many, many times, they blow up. Now, this is a Category 3. Don't be surprised if it might get to a 4. I'm not saying that's going to happen. There's a slight chance. A slight chance. It will be a 3, though. Now, hopefully, maybe it will encounter a little bit of wind shear. But whether it does or whether it doesn't, it's going to be a bad hurricane. Okay? And I just wanted to show you this. You can see the hurricane watches up now. And this is the tropical storm watches in here. And please click, I'm serious now, folks, click show more down below this video. And I'm going to have the latest for the Louisiana area and what may happen in those areas, the Texas areas, also the Florida areas. This will cover everything across Louisiana here and into Texas. I'm not going to read it all, show it to you. Just click those links, and you'll know if you're in those areas. Do not be surprised if this track doesn't shift a little more to the west. Just jog a little more to the west. That's possible also. But this is what it's looking like right now. Now we have a look at the satellite. This is a Go East 16 for the whole Atlantic. I'll turn it on. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about some stuff, but I'm going to show you some stuff in a moment. Please watch all of this, folks, okay? Now, it's looking like the satellite showing that Laura is becoming better organized now that the center is clear from Cuba. Very deep convection has developed into a ragged, pulsing, central, dense overcast. Large curved band on the southern side of the circulation. Now, a large ridge near the southeastern United States and a weakness in the ridge over central Texas due to an inverted trough. Laura should gradually gain latitude and turn to the northwest and north-northwest over the next couple of days. Now, while it is steered between these two features, move northward late in this week through the southern United States is what's going to happen, and then it's going to move northward later this week through the southern United States, and then move quickly eastward across the eastern United States over the weekend as it encounters a mid-latitude westerly wind. Now, the majority of the guidance has shifted notably distance to the west, and perhaps that's due to the weaker trough over Texas and a more westward initial position of Laura could happen. So please, Pay attention. Now, remember yesterday I told you we had to look out to see if an inner core happened. Well, this is what it's looking like as of this morning. The inner core appears to be trying to form, and the conditions are ripe for at least steady to moderate intensification, and rapid intensification is becoming more likely before landfall. It's going to have a lot of intensification, folks. Please pay attention. The European model is right on track this morning with everything that's going on with the National Hurricane Center, and most of all of the models, whether they are the local models, the national models, the world models, whatever. I do have this set on wind gust. This is where it's at right now. As I move it up to this afternoon or evening around 8, you can see how it starts to move. This timing may be a little off. Don't go by the timing exactly. I'm showing you this for the most part to show you how it's going to intensify and what you need to look out for. We will go to tomorrow around 1 a.m. As we bring this down right now, you can see the wind is beginning to really pick up. 83 mile per hour wind gust at this time. We will go to around 8 a.m. tomorrow, and look at this. Look at this wind, 100 mile per hour. It's going to get faster, folks. It's going to have more speed and more wind. These winds could be anywhere from 100 to 120 miles per hour when they hit the coastline and start to come inland. Now, we'll move to 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Let's just make this a little bigger right quick. We'll put it over here like this. What is the winds now at top speed? 136 miles per hour. This is a woulda, coulda, shoulda moment. Pay attention now. Make your plans now. I can't stress that enough. You can't get out of this, people. It's coming. I don't care what kind of house you live in. It can be a sturdy house. But that doesn't mean a storm with intensification like this can't just tear it all to pieces. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I've been through these things, and they're very, very destructive. Now, we will move up a little bit more to around 10 p.m. tomorrow night, and you can see it looks like it has already started to go a little bit more to the west over here. Around 2 a.m. Now, this has changed in the last few minutes. I looked at all this stuff. I looked at all of my models. I calculated everything. And at that point, it had it coming up right through here. Now, it's looking like it's headed more to Texas on the European model. We'll move up like this. You can see what's going on. Let's go back just a moment. And these winds right here, 157 mile per hour wind gust. Let's see what the sustained wind is. Sustained wind in this thing, 89 miles per hour. So you got 89 mile per hour winds blowing constantly on you, and then it's going to hop up to 150 something in wind gust. I'm not saying it's going to get this high. This is just what it's looking like. I can guarantee you, though, it's going to be bad. That's all I'm going to say for now. I can't warn you people anymore. Don't ask me, do you think I need to leave? I'm not going to tell you if I think you need to leave. I'm never going to tell anyone personally, one-on-one, you need to do something. You know where you live. This is a huge storm. All of these winds cover parts of Louisiana and Texas. This is a huge storm. When you look at the rain in it, look at this rain, okay? Look at this rain. And it's going to go all the way up. When it's up in Arkansas. It's going to have 65 mile per hour wind in it. Okay, when it moves on up. We will go to 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon. This has changed drastically, and I would not be surprised if this is not very, very accurate. Now, the latest report, I think, from the National Hurricane Center will change and have it pushed a little more to the west, as I was just talking about. Still, everybody in Louisiana, you need to pay attention. This is going, the track, don't pay attention to the track. It's a big storm. It doesn't matter where, if it comes in over here or if it comes in over here, wherever. Everybody in these areas right in here need to plan and do something until it's over. Then, if you're not in a lot of danger and you didn't have it bad exactly where you live, you can go home. But if you're not in that situation, you will be safe. Please, folks, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to let you know that this is a really nasty storm. Now, I'm going to show you some things. This is wind. This is wind, and this is probably still going to change because the models have just flipped over. The information hasn't got out yet. I'll be making more videos. But wind, where you see purple, that purple may shift a little more to the west now, as you've just seen in the European model. Purple winds, what does that mean? These winds are greater than 110 miles per hour. In the red, 74 to 110 miles per hour. In the orange, 58 to 73 miles per hour. And if you're in the yellow, 39 to 57 mile per hour wind. So you can see right now, and if it shifts a little further south, west rather, this purple is going to shift a little more west when it comes to storm surge. Here we go. In the purple, 9 to 11 feet, possibly even more above ground. Red, 6 to 8 feet. And in the orange, 3 to 5 feet. So you can see where that goes. Once again, if this shifts a little more to the west, this purple's going to come over in Texas more. But this is what it's looking like now. And this goes all the way up to Biloxi for the 3 to 5 feet. And it's not even going to hit there. That's why I'm saying it covers a very, very large area. So be aware. For the flooding rain, it's going to be packed with rain, folks. In the red, this is major flooding. Major flooding everywhere in the red. Everywhere in the red, you could possibly be getting major flooding. In the orange, moderate flooding. Now, if you're in the yellow, it's just down to localized flooding. Just down to localized flooding, as you can see right here. Once again, I cannot stress enough, as we move on through here, this section right here, and all of this could shift a little more to the west now, as we have just seen on the European model. Chance of tornadoes everywhere in the yellow. Chance of tornadoes from Laura everywhere in the tornado. Moving right on up to Little Rock, Arkansas. So everybody in the yellow, you know, if you live in these areas, you have a chance of tornadoes from Laura. If you guys would like for me to have a live show this evening or tomorrow morning, please jot it down in your comments and let me know. I know everybody's going to be very, very busy doing things. And please don't forget to click show more to get information for Louisiana, for Texas, for Florida, and this will be updating. throughout the day, and when I make a video, I'll always put the most recent up, okay? Now, Marco's nothing to worry about, period, anymore. Whoop, Marco's just had it. His winds are 30 miles per hour. The pressure is 1,008 millibars. He's a post-tropical cyclone. It's located at 28.8 north, 91.2 west. Marco's moving west at 10 miles per hour. Laura's winds are up from yesterday. Now the winds are 65 miles per hour. And the pressure is 995 millibars. It's dropping, located 22.9 north, 85.7 west, moving west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. Laura may, once again, drop down a little bit and then come back up. Folks, it's going to be a major hurricane, though. I've been trying to tell you, I had this gut feeling I thought it was going to happen. And it looks like, according to the National Hurricane Center, they are agreeing with what I'm saying now on every aspect. Please, check on your neighbors today, the handicapped, the elderly. Please, make sure your pets are taken care of. Make sure if you have a gas generator you think you may be using, you've got enough gas for it, because you may not have power for months. I'm not trying to stretch this out. I'm not trying to exaggerate anything. You may not have power for months. Let's hope it's weeks. Let's hope it's just a day or two. I'm just trying to let you know what can happen with a storm like this. Make sure your car's gassed up. Make sure you've got plenty of water for everybody. Canned food. A manual can opener. You know the drill. You've just never been under the gun like this in a while with a major hurricane coming this way. Don't get excited and flip out. Stay calm. Gotta be with you if you ask him to. He will lead you through this. Make sure you have a way to keep in contact with people if at all possible. Make sure you have some life preservers. Now, you might think that's a little weird. Where I live, I always have life preservers with me, and I have a ski rope if we have to get out of a building that we can all tie ourselves together with the life jackets on. And if we have to get out in it, tie ourselves up till someone can find us. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen to you. I'm just telling you what I do, because I know what it's like where I live. Don't forget to share this information with your family, your friends, and on your social media to help me get the word out that people need to be aware and prepare for what's going to happen with Laura. You know, I would love it if I was teetotally wrong and egg in my face. That wouldn't bother me at all. But it's looking like it's not going to be that way. But if it turned out that way, I'd be fine with it. I'm just telling you, everything is ripe for Laura to turn into a very major bad hurricane. I hope that everyone got the surge map link I put out on a video a couple of weeks ago, warning everybody that these things were going to be starting to happen. And it's for all of the Gulf Coast states and the East Coast states from Florida to Maine. When you have a category 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 storm headed your way, it shows you right down to where you live what your storm surge may be. Now, the worst of the surge, of course, will be right along the coastal areas, no matter what, with any storm. So if you live in any of these areas, please be aware. And please be aware if you live along the Mississippi River, because all of this wind's going to, like, push water up, okay? If you live around there. So, please subscribe if you haven't, my friends. I want to thank everybody who has, all my old regulars, all my new ones. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the donations that you send me through PayPal. It helps me so much make it each month. I appreciate that. I thank you for just watching my videos. Please click subscribe, click the bell, and check off all. Stay safe, my friends. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. and peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.